Hello and good morning, my dear boys. Welcome back. This is me, your Shravani Miss, and back to you with your English second paper. So, boys, I hope all of you have enjoyed your puja vacation, and I didn't give you any HW because I thought that you should enjoy the vacation. Okay. So, boys, now it's time to study again. I'm back to you with another new topic, that is future perfect tense, and this is going to be very enjoyable. So, boys, take out your copy. I know you don't have the CW copy, so manage another copy and try to write it down in that copy. And when you will get the copy again, that means your CW copy, please write it down in that copy. Okay, I think it is a difficult task for you because writing 2 times is boring, but please do it for your betterment. Okay, so boys, let's go for today's class. So you can see that in this part I have written the future perfect tense describes a completed action in the future. That means there will be an completed action in the future. Uses. Number 1. To talk about an action that will finish before a certain time in the future. Example, by 8 o'clock tomorrow, I will have taken off for Japan. So, by 8 o'clock tomorrow, indication of a certain time. Okay. Then number 2, to talk about an action that will be completed before another event takes place. This is very simple. That is, she will have learned Chinese before she moves to China. So, there are 2 actions. First one is she will have learned Chinese, then she will move to China. Okay, so one action will be completed before another action in the future. Then when not to use the future perfect tense. The future perfect tense is only for actions that will be complete before a specified point in the future. In other words, the action you are talking about must have a deadline. That means there will be a certain period of time. Okay, if you don't mention a deadline, use the simple future tense instead of the future perfect tense. That means when there is no deadline, that means certain period of time, you can use the simple future tense instead of the future perfect tense. Okay, so how do we form the future perfect tense? Boys, one more thing, that is, please write all of these things in your CW copy. Okay, don't forget to write anything. Okay, you have to write each and every point in your CW copy. Then I'm going to show you how do we form the future perfect tense. In affirmative sentence, we form like subject plus will plus have plus past participle plus object. So this is the structure. You have to learn this structure. Okay. Example is Anna will have extinguished the fire. So you can see Anna is the subject. Then this is will according to the structure. Then have. Then extinguished. So the past participle form of extinguish is extinguished. Then the fire is the object here. Okay. So you have to learn this structure, and also you have to learn how to apply this in the sentence. Then I have conjugated the future perfect in affirmative sentence here. That is, I will have bought a house, you will have bought a house, he or she will have bought a house, we will have bought a house, they will have bought a house. So this form is this chart is based on the structure. Okay, so you can follow this chart and write it down in your copy. Then how do we form the future perfect negative? So this is for negative sentence, that is subject plus will plus not plus have plus past participle plus object. Okay, so the example is Simon will not have prepared dinner. So Simon is the subject here, then will, then not, then have, then prepared is the past participle form is of prepare, then dinner is the object. Okay, so you have to follow and you have to learn this structure, and also you have to know how to apply this in a sentence. Then there another chart for you. This is for negative. Okay, this is for negative sentence. So I will not have arrived, you will not have arrived, he or she will not have arrived, we will not have arrived, they will not have arrived. So this is a chart based on the structure of future perfect tense for negative sentence. Okay, you can write it down in your copy. Then another thing, that is, you can use won't instead of will not. Okay, so if you write I won't have arrived, you won't have arrived, he or she won't have arrived, we won't have arrived, they won't have arrived, these are also correct. Okay, instead of will not, you can use won't. Then the last one, that is how do we form the future perfect interrogative. Okay, that means interrogative sentence. So you know boys, when we are making any interrogative sentence, we put the auxiliary verb or modal auxiliary at the beginning of the sentence. So here you know we use will in future perfect tense. So at the beginning of this interrogative sentence, we'll put the modal auxiliary will, then the subject, then have, then past participle plus object. Boys, I am again saying that you have to learn this structure. Without learning the structure, you can't apply it in a sentence. Okay, now example is, will Jennifer have had a baby? So boys, you can see this is will, then according to the structure, Jennifer is the subject, then we use have in a future perfect tense, then this had is for past participle form of have. Okay, then our baby is the object. So here you can see one is have and another is had, but this have is for this structure and this had is for having a baby. Okay, so don't confuse about have and had. One is for structure and another is for past participle form of have, that means having a baby. Okay, now here I have also conjugated it, so you can follow this. Will I have arrived? Will you have arrived? Will he or she have arrived? Will we have arrived? Then will they have arrived? Okay, write it down in your copy. Now you can see for singular and plural, will have plus past participle. So we use will have for singular and also for plural. Like I will have eaten before you arrive. Here I is singular. Then they will have left by 9 o'clock. Here they is plural. Okay. Now Tom will have reached the island before sunset. Boys, you can see that there is a time expression. So when you are writing or you are doing the future perfect tense, there will be an indication or deadline of time. Okay, so Tom will have reached the island before sunset, and before sunset is the deadline or time expression. Then they will have finished the race by 6 o'clock. You can see 6 o'clock is the time expression that expresses the deadline of time. I think now you are clear about the deadline of time. Now boys, these are all about your future perfect tense. I think this is enough for you. So please learn all of the definition and also the examples and uses, then do this HW. Okay, this is HW number 1, exercise on future perfect tense. Okay, put the verbs into the correct form. Boys, I will upload these pictures for you so that you can write it down clearly in your CW copy. Okay, then this is exercise 2, fill in the blanks using the correct form of the verb future perfect tense. So you have to change this verb into the future perfect tense. Okay, then number 3, again here are some verbs you can see. Okay, so you have to change this verb into the future perfect tense. And boys, when we'll do the revisions, okay, so then I will give you some more exercises on future perfect tense. And now I think this is enough for you. First of all, you have to learn the definition, uses, then examples, and then the structure. And after learning all of these things, you will do this CW. Okay, boys, without learning, please don't go for this HW. Okay, now thank you very much boys, all of you. Okay, I think all of you have enjoyed this class, and thank you for watching my class. And please do the HW and try to do nice handwriting. Okay, because your handwriting carries marks. If you do nice handwriting, teacher will be pleased and they will give some extra marks to you. Okay, so boys, thank you very much for watching my class, and thank you for everything. Stay safe and healthy, and see you in my next class. Okay, thank you and goodbye.